Yeah.
Welcome to Out of the Draft Podcast, Season 4, Episode 13. I'm Dylan.
My name is Dylan, aka DA.
am DJ, aka Saintsboy_30.
I'm Hunter, aka Shake and Bake 0301, aka Larson Hater.
I'm Cody, aka Cody the Bear, and aka Broken Fibula.
You cripple.
I'm Dylan, aka the Boner Lover.
Oh, what the hell? What? That just threw off everything. Daniel Dye is not going to have fun with you. I can tell you that.
Got that cup right. Got a cup right.
Got a cup right. We'll get into that in a
Laughing at
second.
what Shake said. He said Cody the cripple.
I'm not going to change my username to that.
Well, looks like everyone's here this week. We're so happy for that. I'm excited to have this. I've been waiting for a podcast with us all again together. I feel like the last couple we've missed somebody or we've all been busy with something. How y'all doing?
Well, another day, another Kyle Busch top 35, and another day wondering why we continue to live this life we do. Yeah.
The weekend was going great until Sunday.
Yeah, I'm running on like 3 hours of sleep. I'm pretty tired, but probably not as tired as Kyle Larson is of losing.
Do I gotta be here?
My week was pretty mid, to say the least. Was going to get to the race, but just was not able to because Broken Fibula. So that was fun. But Larson lost another race. I wasn't surprised. So yeah, he's like.
Dude, was it like a mid bone break?
Oh, dude, what?
No, the lower bone break.
Yeah, Blake Harris is a terrorist.
Okay.
Oh God, it's over.
Well, we did have some racing this weekend. The O'Reilly race. Taylor Gray, Toyota's pretty much dominated the day after they got to the lead. Brandon Jones, I felt like had the best car in the beginning of it, and then as the race went on, you saw Sheldon Creed do really well. Taylor Gray, of course, made the strategy of pitting a couple laps early, and that gave him the lead. And Sheldon Creed couldn't catch him, and he ended up winning the race. Overall, it was a decent race. I personally rated it what did I end up? A 6.8 out of 10. I thought it was okay. It wasn't anything spectacular, but it was good for what. Just a good race.
I'm kind of in the same boat. I feel like there was a lot of after the start, everything kind of slowed down a tiny bit, at least. There was a good side-by-side racing. That's what Kansas kind of has with their multiple lanes. But I would say overall, not a bad race. One of those middle of the pack. I'd say around 6.3, something like that.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. I definitely thought it was the best race of the weekend. I'd say around like a 6.8, 6.9.
I only got to watch the highlights, and before I even saw the highlights, I saw that Parker Retzlaff finished 36, so it's definitely like a 2 on my rating. But yeah, the highlights I saw, it did look pretty good. It looked like a good race. So realistically, I'd probably give it like a 6.5.
Yeah, we were too busy watching WrestleMania Night 1. I did not watch the race at all until the last 10 laps. But it was kind of cool to watch Sheldon Creed try to run him down at the end of the race. It looked like he was going to be able to get to him, and then they just fell off. And then he was just kind of stuck. So I really don't have a rating to put on it, but I did watch some of the highlights. I'll give it like a 6.
It's kind of repetitive. I think we all hit the nails on the head. I'll go 6.5 right with everybody.
Yeah, well, it started off really, honestly, tipped upside down. Lap 2, Carson Quabble just there was an accident between William Byron, kind of got tight, and then Allgaier was coming on the outside. long story short, they collided coming out of 3. Carson Kvapil got loose in front of Parker Retzloff, and then just flipped down the backstretch. Like, I don't know, because of the way he got hit and hit the wall at the same time, that just made the car like go up in the air. But that was a wild ride, and it was kind of shocking because like there was someone spinning in the back. The 07 was spinning in the back, and all of a sudden they flipped to the camera. They're like, "Whoa!" Like, of course, it was the CW booth, but it was just it was a wild ride. I mean, I'm glad he was okay. I just want to highlight that. Do y'all have any thoughts about that wreck or anything?
Kind of like a jump scare, like you just see this '07 spinning down the apron and it just cuts. You see the one car's roof coming at you. It's like full blast. But I mean, it's Kansas kind of like that, they're kind of known for like their wrecks being like, well, I kind of say like brutal a little bit, or like they at least get off the ground a little bit at this stage because like the speeds and like can hit the right spot at the right time. It just takes it's all it takes for a car to go flying like that.
Yeah. You just see Josh Bilicki going around. Oh, that's going to be a valuable set of tires, and the camera flips, and here goes Adam Alexander screaming. And I thought it was very funny. It was a crazy flip, though. I'm glad he's good. Yeah, Kansas the last couple of years have been pretty wild with their wrecks. I mean, you got Tony Hawk, Zane Smith over here, and grinding the wall. Tony Hawk.
Oh, I get it.
Skateboard.
Dude, I thought you were trying to say Tony Stewart, and I was like, what are you talking about?
Tony Hawk didn't race in NASCAR.
I was, my bad. Keep going.
I mean, even a couple of years ago with Ryan Preece when he was back in the 37, he hit that inside wall pretty hard and was, I think, everything but flipped pretty much. It's definitely a weird track. I'm surprised we haven't seen more of it out of the next gen on a mile and a half. So, I mean, I know we've seen with Busher at the Coke 600 and then Reddick last year or the year before that at Las Vegas. But glad he's all right, man.
I don't know, just completely avoidable wreck. My goat got wrecked in it, so we're not okay with it. Very upset. Another great qualifying effort by Parker Retzloff, starting in 8th, and we get caught up in a lap 2 incident. Just,
I mean,
hate to see it.
I mean, it wasn't a qualifying effort. They didn't qualify.
Well, points. His points, though, that's been the biggest thing. He hasn't been in a lot of incidents at all this year. That's why he's like top 10 in points. And the fact that
I was gonna say he's had one bad race at Coda, and other than that, he's been good all year.
Yeah.
And we're just caught up in these bums, not knowing how to drive.
Sorry, man. He'll be in that 2 car next year. He'll be great.
Yeah.
Acceptable.
Taylor Gray did get the win. Congratulations to him. I thought it was a great call by Jason just to pit early. I mean, he had nothing to lose, really. I thought he was the 3rd best car between Jones and Creed. I think that was just the only way he was going to win. I didn't think it was actually going to work, but then Jones had like
uncontrolled tire.
Yeah. I thought he was probably going to be the best at the end of the race, just based off of the way his car was going to work. And obviously they beat themselves, and congratulations to Taylor Gray. Any other thoughts about him?
No, I mean, I think it was good to see him get a win, especially after how well he performed at the last mile and a half they were at Vegas.
Yeah.
And then he had the run in at the end of the race there. Was definitely good to see him get a win. I think he's kind of an underrated driver in a way. I think he has a ton of talent. And I mean, just good strategy, good pit call. And I mean, sometimes, the old me would have wished that Allen would, short pit a little bit, but it seems to work out sometimes.
It does. Definitely does.
Yeah, I think it was a great call. I mean, you had to get ahead of the 20, which, I mean, the 20 ended up beating themselves anyways. But even when the 00 was out front, it really seemed like whoever was out front wasn't getting caught. And I thought Justin was going to run them all down there at the end. And then Brennan Poole, we've been talking crazy about him. He's been great. I just wish in that instance he would have gotten out of the way. It's not really on him. I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
You're racing for spots and all that, but I think that could have been an even better finish. Like, he held the leader up. I get it. You're fighting for your lead lap, but I feel like after the leader, you should just let him go. That's my personal opinion. But especially for another Chevy, I feel like you hold the Toyota up, let the Chevy by. So he held up Taylor Gray, held up Sheldon Creed, and held up Allgaier a lot. Which, I mean, Allgaier was committed to the wall. We all saw it, and so was Brennan Poole, and forced him down to the bottom, and he just lost a lot of time. But Creed still had a shot, and he just couldn't get back to him. It was a great race. Gray did everything he had to do.
For sure. DA, you can get the finishers ready. While we talk about that, I do want to add something about the race, just because they did a very Larson line all race. Like they started at the top, dime in the corner, straight off the exit. I thought that was very interesting, and I thought the top all the way around would end up started to work at the end of the race, and it never did. Like, it just felt like that was just the line. It was just the best line, I think, for the whole race. I just thought that was interesting.
Yeah, I think right there towards the end, I mean, we seen Byron and Day, they really jumped to the top and were like the only ones to stay at the top around like the whole turn. And I think at one point, Day with that damaged car running the top was the fastest car. Like, uh, it was definitely a weird line, and I thought it would be like how the Cup cars were, is that line would really beat on the tires, and it kind of didn't. And it was a weird line to see throughout the race, but it ended up working. I think it was cool to see how different they ran the race too. You would see some guys go bottom the middle, and then you'd see some guys running that line, enter at the top, and come off the bottom. Like, it was really cool to see.
Sorry, I'm making weird faces right now because Mike in the chat is saying, I eat noodles with no packets, canned Merc, powdered Merc. What does he say? Mike, what are you talking about? Anyways, go ahead and highlight our finishers.
All right, of course. So first, of course, you got Taylor Gray, followed by Sheldon Creed and Justin Allgaier. William Byron finishes sixth, and Cole Custer in that zero, finishing seventh. Impressive run for him, I'd say. Sam Mayer ninth, Ryan Sieg 10th, Dean Thompson on 11th, Patrick Starpoli in 14th. Really good run for him. Sammy Smith kind of struggled in 16th. Yeah, LeVar Scott in 18th, and his teammate Brendan Poole in 19th. Swalch also struggled in 20th. See who else he got down here. Harrison Burton also with another struggle, finishing 28th. And then, of course, Austin Hill, DNFing, along with our GOAT and savior Parker Retzloff, and then Carson Kvapil, first to be last after he flipped on the backstretch.
I
want to point out, I think we're going to say the same thing.
It was about the teammates.
Austin Hill. Yeah, that was. I mean, Jesse Love definitely pinned him down. Like, he left him no room on the bottom. So, like, that was insane. Like, you don't really see that out of teammates unless you're at Joe Gibbs Racing, I feel like. But I don't know. I just feel like it was kind of weird that it's like they don't have that much beef, and then next thing you know, he's just pinning him down on the apron. Like, I mean, that could have just been like from something that happened like the lap before or something like that. But obviously we didn't see that. We just saw him getting pinned down. So I just thought that was kind of crazy. And then Sawalage's wreck avoidance, top tier, by the way. Just want to point that out. That was horrible. That was so bad. He ran just right into him. But yeah, the wreck was definitely weird for sure.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought that was odd.
Yeah.
Yeah, anything to
It was
say?
a weird little instance. I think it's funny, Austin Hill's reaction to it. He was, I don't understand why we're racing like that. That was dirty. Dude, I think all of us can agree, other than maybe Corey Day early on, Austin Hill is the dirtiest driver in the O'Reilly garage. And I feel like Corey Day's cleaned it up a little bit. Just don't ask Sammy Smith. But yeah,
I absolutely hate how much Austin Hill cries about being raced hard. Like it infuriates me so much how much he cries when he gets raced hard. I think, he's a guy that has a reputation for racing people hard. Um, and then I mean, he just kind of lost like all my respect last year at Indy, and with the Eric Almirola incident. And then, I mean, like the week before that, he was saying that he wanted to be the leader of the Xfinity garage at the time. And then to do something like that, and then, I mean, it just seems like every week when he gets raced hard, like he's just got a problem with it, and it doesn't make any sense to me. Um, and like this day and era of NASCAR. I think back before stage breaks, I can agree with. I mean, there was a lot of times people like Mark Martin just go on by me, and 10 laps later he's going to pass you back because you used your stuff up. It's stage racing now. Like you're not really going to use your stuff up like that because you're not going to have a long run. And you got to race hard for track position at every race. And when he cries about it week in and week out, it just absolutely infuriates me. I would never say that to his face after what he did to Myatt Snyder, but I mean, I think he's a crybaby biatch.
Yeah,
He did the same at Atlanta too.
yeah, like now Atlanta. I don't know why he got so mad about that. I mean, it's just like he made a block. They're not gonna let off. It's just if you can hang on to it, right? I do get so pissed off at Austin Hill at so many different things just by his attitude and everything about him just pisses me off. But I do question why get so upset. Now I actually agreed with him on this situation though. Just like the way you put so much force on your door coming out of four on your teammate is kind of odd. I mean, I guess if you were coming to the line, but like I mean, you still had 10 laps in the stage. Like I don't. To me, I don't see the point in that. But I just think him getting so frustrated about it just shows the immaturity. I think he just should just be like, whatever, and then wait till Monday, the meeting, and just be like, yo, why did you do that? You just cost me everything. I'm out of the race, and every point matters now, right? So like, I think that's the difference in what Austin Hill should do versus just. I mean, he raced me so hard. Like, dude, that's what we're doing. We're racing hard. That's what it's all about. And I mean, I don't know how he's ever going to make it to the Cup Series if he gets pissed off about that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't agree with what, the two did, but I also don't like his attitude about it. Like, I just feel like you're going to get raced hard. Like, that's just the way it goes, and you're not going to like it, and that's okay. Just get over it and then start racing them harder, right? That's the difference. put, put him in the 3 and let his career flop. That's funny. That's what Mike said. But yeah, we did have a Sunday's race at Kansas with the next gen car. We kind of knew going into it that the Toyotas were going to dominate just based off of Vegas and then the most recent years. But I didn't expect this. I think they brought something so different. And I watched some things after the race, like in cars and like what they were doing, lap comparison to like other manufacturers. They just run their setups so much looser. That's what they're doing. They literally can be on the throttle way longer than anybody else just because the way their car turns. I'm like, some Chevys need to figure this out. I don't know what Fords need to figure this out. Ford sucked. Besides if you're RFK, but if you're anybody else, you didn't have a shot. But going into it, Denny won the first stage. Larson didn't win in the second stage. He got a lot of track position. I think they had a really good car. I think it was literally the Toyotas, the 5 and the 9, and that was it. Everybody else just kind of was mid when it came to like all pace throughout the whole run. And then it just came down to a late race caution after Denny and Reddick had a 10-second lead over third place after battling back and forth. Reddick kind of ran out of fuel for a second. He had to switch to the second pump because going into 3 he literally sputtered and then made him hit the wall and he lost all his momentum. Denny passed him back. And then late race caution, Cody Ware spins out right in front of the leaders. Coming to the white, so it's a green-white checkered, and then if they all take 2 tires from the first 10 positions. The first car in 4 is Briscoe in 11th, And then late race caution, Denny takes the bottom. Larson takes behind him. I still don't understand why you take the bottom there. That doesn't make sense in any way, shape, or form. Especially if you have Larson behind you, you know he's going to go for it. Like that, what? That's beside the point. And then, Larson goes underneath. He clears him down the backstretch. The Toyotas were 3 wide with Bell. All the Toyotas, kind of collided coming out of 2. And then Reddick into Bell on the backstretch. He, of course, breaks a toe link. I swear the 20 car has the weakest toe links out of anybody. I swear he can hit the wall by the slightest. And then he, of course, spins out, but no caution is brought out. And then Reddick is on the outside. He's about, I would say, 8/10 back from the 5 going into 3. And he just makes a huge drive coming off of 4, chasing him down, goes underneath him, and he passes the 5 for his 5th win of the season. First thing I want to talk about is the late race caution. Like, what do y'all think about Cody Ware? I feel like that's like the biggest problem in this story, just based off of like it should have been Denny's race. It should have been. I hate using that word because that's in racing. Should have, would have, could have, right? But coming to the white and you wreck and you spin out when there's been no incidents. What's y'all's thoughts, Da?
I mean, I think his arm was a little itchy. I think he just needed to scratch it a little bit. That's all. But seriously, I think he might need to get investigated for money. Hit a parlay down to get an 8 late parlay for today. Didn't hit. At least maybe, I don't know what it was, but I don't know. I don't know what his whole problem was there, what happened, but man, he needs to look into that. Man, just be honest.
So I did a little research, and for one, he was on 65 lap old tires. He was claiming to be as loose as he has been all race, and the lap before he tagged the wall in 1 and 2 pretty good.
He actually tagged the wall with 10 to go. So I would have made that clear.
10 to go? I thought it was
Yeah,
the lap
he
before.
tagged the wall with 10 to go, and he has a tire going down with 10 to go. And that's the situation here.
I guess if I was a Denny fan, I'd be highly upset about it. But I hate the guy, so I'm happy about it. But I hate the guy who won a little bit more this season. So I guess as just a regular race fan, that kind of sucks because it probably was about to be a really good finish because it looked like Reddick kind of had it back going, and I think Reddick was faster because we've seen Denny run him down, pass him, and then go nowhere, and Reddick go right back by him. So I think it would have been a pretty good finish either way. It would have been better than the second option. But yeah.
Oh,
You're good. You're good.
sorry, you had a long pause. I thought you were done.
Yeah, I was thinking.
I was just gonna say, so I am probably going to be the unpopular opinion on this. Me personally, I don't see anything wrong with what Cody Ware did. With the situation, he did tag the wall. He did have a tire going down, but I mean, yes, Cody Ware is 30 something in points. Like he's not competing really for anything, but I mean, he has sponsors on the car. He is competing for the best position he can get. He's on the same lap as multiple people at this time. He's trying to get the best finish he can get. He had ran the wall pretty much all day, and he saw the leaders coming up on him. And so he tried to get down to the bottom to get out of their way with a loose race car. And I think the seam is kind of what got him, the seam and having a tire going down. So he was trying to do the respectful thing of getting out of the way and made a mistake doing it. I don't have an issue with Denny being upset or anything after, like, I mean, that sucks. But at the same time, I think if Tyler Reddick doesn't have the fuel pump issue and Denny doesn't get by him, Denny's probably extremely happy a caution comes out. So it's very situational. I think that like if the roles were reversed, Denny would be really happy that a caution came out. So I mean, it's kind of just what side of the fence are you on at this point? It sucks that it happened that way. I think the most deserving car still ended up winning. I know Denny kind of, if you look at the laps led and everything, it seemed like Denny probably should have won that race. But I think the 45 had the better pit strategy by staying out a little bit longer. I mean, Denny short pitted, but I mean, you could tell at the end, like the fresher tires meant something. And I mean, towards the end of runs, I mean, Denny just seemed to fade. I think at the very beginning of the run, he could not restart to save his life. And then at the end of the run, he was hanging on for dear life. Middle of the run, he probably was the best car, but they didn't have a full run set up for him. Um, so when it comes to the Cody Ware situation, I view it as, I mean, he's doing his job. He's trying to compete to the best that he can do in his equipment, and then tried to be respectful to get out of the way of the leaders because he saw them battling and made a mistake in doing it. So I don't really put any blame on him. Honestly, it sucks, but I mean, we've seen crazier crap happen in NASCAR.
I agree with that.
I want to ask DJ something because he said, okay, we're good. Sorry, my dogs were barking.
Oh, I was like,
So
what?
yeah, um, we, I was like thinking because I saw this one video and it was like, no, I think it was actually just like a tweet. They were like, if people hate Reddick now, like how do people deal with like Dale, Jimmy, and Gordon? Because I mean, they were winning all the time. Obviously, it's not consistently in 9 races, of course. I don't know if that ever happened. I'm not gonna go back and look at the statistics of that. But like, I mean, he's
Dale in
winning a lot.
'87, and '87 won 6 of the first 9.
Okay, well, see my point. And there is a lot of the older generation that are annoyed with Reddick doing it. It's like, what is so different now about, Reddick doing it and from Dale doing it back then? Like that's where I'm kind of like, I don't
Okay,
understand that situation.
my problem is the fact that the next gen car was built so that this would not happen. That was the whole purpose of this car. So all teams there, it was so single teams did not dominate a season because we seen it with Hendrick. They were about to take off. You Chase off his 2020 season and Larson off his 21 season. They were about to dominate in the Gen 6 cars. And then next gen cars come and it's supposed to be a more equal playing field. So how does I'm not going to say just 2311, even though it's worked out for them the best, but all Toyotas, like Riley Herbst is running almost top 10 every week now. Like there's something with the Toyotas that is, which the Fords, they've just flat out looked horrible. Chevy, we can kind of put it on, the new body. They're still learning it. So their setups are a little bit different. I don't know what Toyota did from last year to this year, but that's my whole problem with it is
I
the next gen car was brought to stop domination, and there's domination.
I completely disagree with you, DJ. I'm not gonna lie. Like the way
Yeah,
the
I
way
know.
I view it, the way I view it is at the end of the day, you got the big three. You got Penske, you got JGR, you got Hendrick. All right. 2311 is tied in really tight with JGR, obviously with Denny being a part owner. At some point, you had to know that these three teams were going to figure out how to find an advantage and find something to give them, the upper hand in this situation. We've been in this car for what is this, year 4, year 5?
Year 4 now.
Yeah, I mean, you had to know that at some point the parity would be gone. Um, so I think the way I view it, 2311, uh, obviously they found something that is really working, and Toyota as a whole has found something that is working. Um, I think Chevy is kind of making their way there. I think they are each week getting a little bit better with the new body. Um, and Ford, I don't know what they're doing right now. That is the first time I've ever seen Ryan Blaney look bad in a race in my life where he didn't have damage. Um, it was just a matter of time. I mean, at first, yes, it was parity, and we saw that in 2022. I mean, there was a ton of different winners, but it seems like each year, if you look, the top three, the big three just keeps getting better and better and keeps kind of separating a little bit. So it really was a matter of time. And I don't necessarily think Toyota's cheating or anything. I just think they found something. And I mean, their notebook's probably really tight to their chest right now. They probably don't want these other teams to figure it out. But I mean, the second that they do figure it out, I think you're going to see it be a closer field again. And then whoever finds the next thing, it's just going to, oh, they have the advantage now. And I just don't think people are giving Reddick enough credit either. I mean, everybody was so hard on him last year, and I've harped on it a little bit about everything that he was going through. I mean, I think a fully focused Tyler Reddick is a easily. I mean, he's easily top 5, and he's debatable top 3 driver in the series when it comes to just being a pure wheelman. And he's shown that this year. I mean, I know the first two you can kind of say whatever, but the other three, I mean, he outdueled SVG at a road course. He absolutely dominated and came back through the field at Darlington. And then he passed one of the best to ever do it at Kansas in Denny Hamlin, and then outdueled Kyle Larson, the all-time laps leader at Kansas in the last lap. People are not giving Reddick enough credit for what he's doing. I don't think it's a Toyota. I mean, it is a Toyota thing, but Reddick he's on his game right now, and it is what it is. It sucks. I hate seeing Tyler Reddick win 5 of the first 9. I mean, especially as like a fan of an HMS driver. It's like, dude, this should be us. Like, this should be us. We're supposed to do this. It sucks, but eventually Chevy and Ford will figure out what they're doing, and we'll be right back at step one again.
Yeah, DCD, you can go ahead and say anything about Reddick.
It don't matter. Hunter hit everything that I was going to say anyway.
Oh, that's great.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
I don't like Mike anymore. He said 11 against the world. Buddy, I hope your transmission goes out.
No, but I will say this. So I legit did some digging. I want to know what they're doing. I have a thought of what they're doing. And it has nothing to do with tire pressure. It literally has everything to do with the rear end. Okay. I think that they're so loose. Like, actually, their setups are so loose. Not the actual setup itself and not the chassis, but like the actual, like, the way they build the car. It's just making them so easy to just hit the throttle and just keep it down. And the drivers are just driving it. I mean, look what type of drivers the Toyota has. I mean, they have Denny Hamlin, Chase Briscoe, Christopher Bell, who's, in my opinion, he should be doing what Reddick is doing right now. He is an insane talent, right? Ty Gibbs, I mean, he's still new to this, but like he's still talented. Tyler Reddick, and then Bubba Wallace. Yeah, we got the rest of the Toyota, but those are the people that are like performing at their best. If you give them any type of equipment that's literally faster than the rest of the field, they're gonna win. Like, it's simple. They're not that they are in a whole different rep. This is literally what Jimmy Johnson did. Like, no joke. This is, you put him in a car that's so good to drive, and he can just drive the wheels off of it. And that's what I think the Chevys are really too tight. Just based off of their lap time and based off of what I've seen in their throttle, what I've been watching, they just set the cars up so differently. That's why all the red fronts went out. You can hear every time on the radio, my right front's done, my right front's done. The Toyotas are like, my right rear's done. That you can just tell the way they set up the car. So they're gonna find some engineering. That Hendrick has the best engineers in the garage, right? Like, they're gonna figure it out. Penske, I don't know what they're doing. There's days that I'm like, Ryan Blaney is literally carrying the Ford camp. Like, they are so bad some weeks that I'm like confused. But Ryan Blaney looked like Ryan Blaney in the Gen 6 last week. Like, that's how bad it was. Like, I was confused how bad they were running. And RFK, they just grind things out. That's why they can get so good finishes. It's not because, but their drivers aren't slouches either. They have, I mean, Buescher, Keselowski, champion, and then Priest, an all-time great short track racer, right? Like, so all these people, all the things that we're seeing from Toyota, you're going to see in about 2 years with Ford and Chevrolet. They're going to overcome what they're doing now just because they're learning things, right? It's just the balance of this. I don't want to see Reddick win. I mean, I've never been the biggest Reddick fan at all. Even when he was racing for Dale Jr., I was like, "God, this guy sucks." Not like sucks, but like I just didn't like him. But like, if we see something this special, this is what the sport needs. We need something special again. Yes, we do. We need superstars.
It needs to be the 5 car.
And that's fine. It can be the 5 car, but he's just not doing it. I'm sorry, but he's just not.
He had his Mickey season. It's
34.
over.
So I will say we need this, and the fact it's coming from Michael Jordan's race team is so good for the sport. I want to appreciate this moment, even though I freaking hate it. Like, I genuinely am happy for the sport, and hopefully it grows because of it. Now, if it doesn't, oh well. But there's no way it doesn't. It hurts it, right? I think the only reason why it hurts the sport is if people genuinely complain and whatever. But I'm glad that people were like, "Oh, they're cheating." Well, guess what? That means they're doing something right. You know what I'm saying? Like that means they're doing something right to make people think they're better than everybody else. Well, guess what? That's what NASCAR is all about. Is
It's not
someone
even the fact that Reddick is winning. I think they're cheating. It's because Riley Herbst is running in the top 10.
now that's a fair statement. Out of all of that, that's a fair statement. I just will say I appreciate this dialogue. We do have to move forward, just because I know Hunter's got to go. So let's go ahead, give a points update, just for the Cup Series. O'Reilly, I mean, literally the sevens is blowing them out of the water. Let's just do the Cup points update if y'all are okay with that. DJ, are you here?
We still got Tyler Reddick leading,
Okay.
believe it or not.
Oh wow, Tyler Reddick's still in the points league.
Yeah, it is now
Really?
105. I think that grew from last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like
Pretty
82.
sure. Yeah.
on Blaney.
It was 82 with Blaney.
Blaney, after his bad run, down 120. Ty Gibbs 138. Oh, would you look at that? The 5 is in 5th with 143 over somebody who has a win, by the way. Chase Elliott has 152. William Byron in 7th, tied with Bubba in 8th. You got Brad Kay, Christopher Bell, Busher, Hocevar had a horrible, like a good race, but horrible.
Horrible
He was on
execution. Horrible
Yeah, Ryan,
execution.
It's big
Ryan
Crusoe.
Blaney simulator. Ryan Priest, how is Joey Logano's 14th somehow? Chase Briscoe has broken back into the top 16 finally. His bad luck seems to kind of be over. Daniel Suarez holds the final spot over Austin Cindric's SVG and Michael McDowell.
One thing I would love to touch on really quick on the points, and you all tried to fight this a long time ago. It was after Coda. Christopher Bell is 196 points out of first place right now, and I will stand and die on that hill when I said it weeks ago that he has zero chance at winning the regular
You
season
and me
championship.
You and me both.
Whenever you are ready to apologize and say that you're wrong, I'm all ears.
I'll see you at Daytona.
I don't do that.
I'll see you at Daytona. I actually don't think he's winning the regular season, but like I still think he could have a shot, but he just has to go on a tear like Reddick. You know, that's just really the case.
All it takes is a couple bad races.
I don't know
God,
about that.
put Corey
He's
Day
like
in a
5.
part-time car and let him go to town on that 45.
All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and move on to in the draft questions. Hunter, I know that we're kind of skipping ahead, but I want to make sure we get this in. So go ahead and start off with your first question. It'll be DA, DJ, Cody, DCD, myself, and then you can answer your own question.
All right. So my first question, it goes back to something we talked about on our first episode when we talked about the new chase format. And I was very against how first place could only have a 25-point lead if they have a dominant season. And right now we are seeing that in our top 2 series. So do you all at this point still think that it is a fair situation to only be able to have a 25-point lead going into the chase, or would you rather them alter the points and kind of do a playoff point system like they had in the playoffs, where like wins are this many wins or that like however that is, and then go into the chase? Does that make any sense?
Yeah, for the most part. Just saying, like, if they like, it's already structured
Like
to where like
with Reddick
you're up by a certain
right now,
amount.
with Reddick having 5 wins, he would have the 25, and then plus he would have the 15 for being the regular season champion. So he would have a 40 points, not exactly a 40-point gap over whoever, but and then however many stage wins. So that would be that, and then however many Denny ends up with, it'd be like that gap.
Okay, I feel like there should be some points I'd say handed out. I feel like he's having such a good season, such a tear. Like, it's not really going to show too much. I think I could be wrong though. You know, I don't know 100% what I'm talking about. I'm just trying to go off what you're saying, but I just think like more points to be handed out for you being dominant and just being good at what you do. You know.
I definitely
Yeah, I mean,
agree
just
that.
like for example, like right now, Allgaier and O'Reilly is 131 up. Oh, my bad. Am I lagging?
Yeah.
Everything just like cut out for me for a second.
Yeah,
My
a
back.
little bit.
Oh, I was
You're
saying,
good.
like right now, Allgaier being 131 points up right now is going to lose 106 points of his lead instantly.
Yeah, it's not fair. Obviously, not fair at all.
I think if my driver was having the dominant season, I'd like it. But I mean, he should definitely get it. I mean, I remember talking to Da and Damon yesterday, literally about it. I was like, I didn't really read over the chase format. I still thought they got points for the stage wins and all that. That would go on top of that gap. I definitely think it should be. Like even if you do like 10 playoff points for a stage or a race win, that's still 50 extra points for him now. Like I guess when you said that, nobody really thought, hey, a dominant season was coming like this. Like we're only 9 races in, and he got 5 wins. Like that's over half of his career total was before this year. Like to answer your question, yes, there should be.
I think there should definitely be points given out for it. Um, I think it's for having a dominant season, you should be rewarded for it and not just a 25-point gap. Uh, and you get the regular season points. You win the regular season championship. Congrats to you. But the stage points should add up. The win points should add up. Obviously you get the win with the what is it, extra 15 now over second place.
20.
I don't know how many is over second.
Yeah,
20.
20.
20. Okay. Um, like that's obviously helping out for sure. But then it just resets when the chase comes around. So I don't agree with that. I think there should definitely be extra points giving out for having multiple wins and having a dominant season.
Yeah. I definitely don't think any of us saw this season coming, but this kind of just proves what we need to change. But that's why we changed back to figure stuff out. So
Well, I'm going to be the odd one out here.
I knew it. I knew it.
Because, all right, so I'm not talking. You're only talking about a 25-point gap, only to second place. But the whole point of this is to add 100 points to the regular season champion. Okay, you're adding 100 points to 16th place. You would have never got 100 points in any type of rewarding and any type of playoff points. Okay, you're only looking at the 25-point gap from first to second. Most of the time, it was never that big, anyways. It was usually 10 or
that's what
15.
she said.
You know, but like now they're having such a big gap to all the rest of the field. I I think it's so rewarding to just get 100 points right off the bat. But that's literally what they're giving. Now I know it's 25 to second place, but that's also because most of the time they were only getting like 35 to 40 points of playoffs anyways. That was to 16th. Imagine the 60 more points compared to 16th. Do you see my point? So now I don't see the big. I think it's more rewarding without the playoff points. Now, if they did this plus playoff points, that's a different story. But if they just said no seeding, just playoff points like we were beforehand, then it's kind of like we're back to the playoffs just without the eliminations. So I think this is fine. As long as I think it's okay enough. Like it's okay enough is what I'm using out of this. Because I don't see where you would have had more than 25 more playoff points than the next guy going into the playoffs. Now, it looks like it right now because he has 5 race wins, so it's 25 points compared to the like let's just use race wins. I don't know how many stages. I can't keep track of all that right this second. So if he had the regular season plus 5 wins, he would have 40 points. That's it. Okay? Now, but that's not included to the guy who finished second, who would have 10 plus how many wins he has. Okay, that's still not that big of a gap. And you're having the same exact gap, just with the more points advantage over the bottom part of the chase seeding. So to me, I think it's way more rewarding to win the regular season championship this year than it would have been last year, just based off that.
See that I 100% disagree because if you're Tyler Reddick, you're not worried about Daniel Suarez right now. I don't. You could give me a 5 point lead over Daniel Suarez right now. I'm not worried about him in the slightest. I'm worried about Denny Hamlin. I'm worried about Ryan Blaney. I'm worried about Kyle Larson. I'm worried about Chase Elliott. The guys that are right there that instead of like I think my theory on it is to use what we have where like you automatically get the 25 points for being and then everything goes down by 5, but then you add in the like so it's kind of like a combination of the two. I think race wins are rewarded in the regular season in points. You get the extra 20, but I mean just to think that I mean right now I mean it's 105 points lead, which I don't did we ever really see a lead that big? I mean in the old points format.
Yeah,
Like
07. 07.
no, I'm talking about I'm talking about like last like since like the next gen like we had like the playoffs and everything. Like was there ever a points lead that big? Like it was normally always around like 30 or 40 points. I feel
Yeah,
like.
yeah. No, I think it's exactly where it was, just without the extra bonus for winning. I think that's where
Yeah.
like it would average out.
I think my ideal situation would be to combine the two. Where the you still get the 25 over second, you get the 100 point lead over 16th, and then we add in the playoff points. And even if you kind of like altered how like the playoff point, like you don't I don't think you necessarily need to give 5 if you're going to combine them. If you're already going to give them the 25, like a stage win still be 1, but like a win just be 3 points or something like that. Like I think it's unfair in my opinion. Like the fact that I obviously this will never happen, but somebody could go out there and win the first 26 races, and it doesn't matter because you're up by 25 points over second place to start the chase, and then like we talked about, one bad race, all of a sudden you're not the leader anymore, and it's just like I, I get it, like you do need a postseason form in NASCAR in this day and era to make it entertaining and to have it compete against what we have to compete against in the fall. You can't just do a full regular season, because even though I don't think at this point Tyler Reddick would necessarily run away with it by any means, because I mean, I think Denny Hamlin can make up 105 points in the next what 27 races or whatever.
Mhm.
So I don't know. I think a combination of the two would be great. Um, Next question. We kind of touched on it a little bit. Corey Heim. Another extremely impressive performance. I thought I was extremely impressed. He ran top 15 pretty much the whole race. I believe he did finish 15th. Um, does he end up in a cup ride? And if so, is it 2311?
If he doesn't, it's criminal. I mean, the dude's already proved proved that went out there and proved that he's incredible. He should realistically be in that 35, or even like if he's in like a legacy car, like another Charger, anything like that. He deserves to be in a Cup ride. He just hopped in the car, got 15th. It's a pretty good finish. He's really good. Give the man a ride, please.
I remember me and Dylan talked about this during the race when Corey Heim and Riley Herbst were racing side by side, and I remember after it happened, Corey Haim kind of doored Riley a little bit, ran him up the track, and Dylan was like, "Yep, that's him kicking him out of his seat." I think it happens. How do you keep? I mean, I know Riley Herbst has the monster money, whatever. Da 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 da. It's Corey Haim. Do you want the money or do you want wins to bring in more sponsorship? We've seen what it just did with Tyler Reddick. You just bring in Rockstar. You're bringing on these big names because Reddick is winning. Riley Herbst is not winning. I think Corey Haim can come in and win. Corey Haim 100%. I would bet everything in my bank account that Corey Haim is in a full-time Cup ride next year at 2311.
Aren't you jobless? What money is in your bank account?
It
Oh,
says Larson hater, not Larson fan hater. Okay, hop off.
I also forgot to send something in the chat. Since Corey Day didn't win, my bad. I forgot about that.
All right, Cody.
I this might be unpopular. I genuinely, if Riley Herbst keeps running the way he does, running top 15, running top 20, yeah, I would say at least top 15. He has to keep running top 15, and he brings in the sponsorship money with Treetop and Monster. I mean, you're getting extra money and you're not getting horrible finishes if he keeps finishing that way. He's not the best driver, no, but I mean, 2311 is just going to keep going up and up. I mean, they're not going to step down soon. Like they're just going to continue to go up, and their team rankings, if that's what you want to use for it. I genuinely, that's what I'm saying. Like if Riley Herbst continues to do what he does with the sponsorship money, I don't know if Corheim goes to 2311, but he definitely gets a full time ride. But I don't know if it's for 2311.
He'll definitely get a ride, but I agree with Cody. I don't know if it's 2311 or not. We've seen weird shit happen. I could see it. Also, Riley Herbst beat him. So, by the way,
Yeah, I think he does go with 2311. I think that's the route that makes sense, just for him and his career. I don't think Toyota can lose another top prospect just based off of like what they have right now. Um, I don't know. I mean, worst case scenario, he goes to the third Legacy Motor Club car, but I doubt it. But I do think he'll be in the Cup Series full time next year. But I think it'll be with 2311.
I agree. I think it's with 2311, and I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. Listen, Riley Herbst has had. He ran well to start the race at Bristol, but he faded the whole race. He ran well at Kansas, but we're talking about a dude. And I'm sorry, Da. This is not meant for you to catch a stray. We're talking about a dude that's behind Kyle Busch in the points right now. He is 28th in points. He is 325 points out of the lead. Um, he's had two good runs. It's going to take more than two good runs, in my opinion, like and to be in control of your destiny with that ride. 0% chance, in my opinion, that Riley Herbst should be in that ride next year. Will he? I don't know. I'm really excited for silly season to heat up a little bit. A lot of rumors about that third legacy ride. I'm extremely excited to find out. If I had to be a gambling man, which I would never do, I would say that Corey Heim is in a 2311 ride next year. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't. If you sent the itinerary, I didn't read it at all. So if my third question interferes, I'm very sorry. Talladega, the stages are flipped. A 98 lap stage one, and then two 45 lap stages to end the race. Do we think this does anything when it comes to fuel saving?
No, it's not. They're going to have different strategies still. It's not going to matter. They're still going to try to save as much as they can. You're going to see the same thing they did at Daytona.
Yeah, I think the only stage it might make a difference to is stage 3 because I don't think they have to pit in the final stage. But stage 1 is going to be fuel saving because they got to make green flag stops during that. So it's going to be fuel saving for that because they want to spend as little time on pit road as possible. It's going to be the same thing to in stage 1. It's going to be the same thing at the end of stage 2. It's just going to be fuel saving. Maybe stage 3 we get to see actual racing and not them running 25% throttle around the whole track. So no, I do not think it changes anything.
I don't think it changes anything. I think if they want the fuel saving to stop, obviously, which what DJ said that they might not have to pit in the last stage with the shorter stage. Um, I think is something they're going to want to do is obviously you're going to want to. I feel like you want to make the fuel tank shorter, where even if they save, it's not going to uh, resemble in as in a stronger advantage. Yes, you'll have less time on pit road, but you're still going to. I don't want to say this. I feel like you'll have less time on pit road no matter what, just because they're going to save. But the fuel tanks being smaller, I think, would help out a little bit more than flipping the stages. But I mean, we're just going to see how it goes, and it's just kind of a random thing. They thought it was a good idea, and we're just gonna roll with it and see what happens. To be honest, I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, it probably won't make a difference, but at least they're willing to try something. Like, this is good to know now instead of flipping it during the playoffs. So let's see what happens.
It's not gonna work.
Chase, you know what I meant.
No, yeah, that's fine.
Good point.
It's not gonna work. Just based off of like, so they don't have to pit in stage 2 and stage 3. By the way, just to let y'all know, they can go all the way to the green, white checkered and to the checkered flag, because their fuel tank is 47 laps. Now, what will happen though is they'll save in stage 1, so they don't have to take so much fuel, and then they'll save in stage 2, so they don't have to take as much fuel at the stage break, so they can jump the people that's running it hard on front. Okay, so they're literally causing it to where there's more fuel saving, actually, by doing this. That's just what I would do if I was a crew chief. I would just say, hey, we'll just save fuel for stage 2, because then I can just give you 1 tank versus 2, and then you can go to the front. And then I don't know if they'll take tires actually at all. Like, that's what I'm afraid of, is they'll take tires at the end of the stages, but like, I don't think the people that will save in stage 2, I don't think they take tires. Actually, I think that they'll just take gas. And I would like to see what that looks like for them at the end of the race. But stage 1, they will just top it off in the middle of it and then save the whole way. So I think it hurts it, actually. I think it makes it worse, but that's my opinion.
Yeah, I think we're about to watch the worst super speedway race we've ever seen in our lives. Um, it's going to cause more fuel saving to start the race, and then we've seen that at the end when everybody is pushing and everybody is going full speed, it's 2 lines, and nobody really goes anywhere. So I think we're going to watch that for 41 laps most likely after they, lose a couple laps from the stage break caution, and I think it's going to be an awful race. I am not excited about it in the slightest.
Alrighty, great questions. Do you have to go?
I was going to ask, are you okay with kind of mixing it around real quick and doing picks and then doing the paint scheme review after?
Actually, I mean, we can just roll through the paint scheme review, literally 10 seconds, if y'all are okay with that. Cody and Da, can y'all just do that real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah,
While I'm getting the paint scheme review up, DCD, you want to just jot all the news real quick?
All
Thank
right,
you.
so news: Daniel Dye gets gets to run 4 cup races with the Live Fast. Cletus is going to be back in O'Reilly at Nashville. Got a little tire test at Chicagoland, and then obviously Hunter said the stages. Then Cup at Bristol was 1.9 million. O'Reilly at Bristol was 1.2 million, and Trucks at Bristol was 489,000.
Awesome, good stuff. All right, Cody.
We got William Byron in the all pro paint scheme. I think this design is very nice. We've seen it at Coda as well. I love the chrome number that goes through it. I think it's a very nice paint scheme.
39 of Ryan Sieg. Solid scheme. Nice colorway there. The number makes it pop. Solid entry on our list here.
We've seen this kind of scheme of last week with Dino Hemrick, the green and white. Really catches my eye. I think this is a very nice scheme by Brendan Poole.
Next, we got the solid scheme here of Sheldon Creed. I really like the horse. Nice little details. Looks really cool and badass. With the nice red, white, and blue, making it America themes. Really nice. Really like it.
Got the Gold Pig scheme with Chris Buescher. Big fan of Gold Pig Tea myself. Kind of why when they first released this game, I very excited about it. And I love the chrome number and like the gold number they use for like the tea kind of color. So that was really nice as well.
Next, we get the 99 of the Goat Parker Retzloff with the chrome gradient, not chrome gradient, but chrome number. Makes it pop along with the nice colors, the blue and black. Makes it look cool as heck.
Oh, my fault. Sorry.
We got Cedric in the 2 car. I mentioned this last week about them coming back to sponsoring for Kansas. Amazing paint scheme. I always loved it. One of the best paint schemes Penske has ever done. So, congrats to them.
Next we got the 60 of Ryan Priest. I like the gradient going from the pink, the yellow to the black. Nice sleek design with the pink little pro number. It's just such a cool looking car on the racetrack.
Got Bubba Wallace with the Boys and Girls Club. Very, very nice moment for Bubba. He used to do this for himself. Love the design with the black and blue. Definitely, well, obviously top two paint scheme of the weekend. So I really love the paint scheme and the design of it as well.
Probably looks like your fibula.
Dang, all right. Anyway, next we got number 1, the Bush Apple, the Babel car. You can't go wrong with a Bush Light Babel car, man. You get the apples on the side, the nice red chrome number. It's just a lovely, sexy looking ride right there.
Scheme is hot.
Alrighty.
Indeed.
And here is the points. DJ takes the lead. DA second. Hunter moves to third with the pick of Brad. I'm fourth. Cody and DCD are tied. Cody got the notch with. Who'd you pick last week?
Larson.
Oh, yeah, Larson. Okay. And then David actually gained a lot of points because he had Denny Hamlin. So that's good. So we have the O'Reilly race. I'll just say who's going to win. And then DCD, you can start us off. I won't go through all that since he's got to run.
Okay. I'll take Parker Retzloff.
You bastard.
Dylan, if you want to have him, you can have him. I'll take Brandon Jones.
Oh my gosh.
I'm actually not taking who you are taking. Who I thought. I'm actually taking Roger Carruth. I think he was really fast at Daytona and the Echo Park race. I think he'll clean it up a little bit. He'll be
Had to do it, huh? Just had to do it, huh?
I'm gonna go crazy with this one. He's won there before. Give me Jeb Burton.
Yeah.
Ooh, I hate that pick.
I hate that pick.
Wow, I hate that pick.
Oh, dude,
I'm not gonna fall
Natalie
for the
Decker's in the field. Go ahead, DA.
I said I'm not going to fall for the bait.
Jeb Burton.
I'm taking Austin Hill for safety purposes.
Take JJ.
Come on, man. He almost fell all the way to me. I believe it's going to be a different RCR car. Give me Jesse Love.
That's my second pick, but Austin Hill somehow fell to me.
Another interesting person that's in the field is Tyler Ingram. That's interesting.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's driving the 32 car. Next is the Cup race. Who is going to suck at Talladega? DCD.
Christopher Buescher.
Jeez, that was quick. Ty Dillon's gonna suck.
Man, I didn't even really think about this.
5 car.
No, he's been pretty decent recently. Ross Chastain's sucking.
At some point, it's got to
Been sucking
end.
all
I
year.
think Tyler Reddick sucks this week.
Ryan Priest is going to have a bad run this Sunday.
Gonna flip.
Gonna flip. Oh,
Well,
Jesus.
I think I said it for Atlanta. I think I also said it for Daytona. This is going to make Shake and Bake very happy. Kyle Larson.
We're out of gas.
Oh God.
All right, who needs a good run? DCD.
Mr. Gilliland.
Like it.
we go with AJ Allmendinger for a good run.
I'm gonna go Casey Mears and the Beard Motorsports car. I think they're gonna run the back.
Love it. Absolutely
Those cars are so strong every year.
I'm gonna kind of take a layup on this one. I think Joey Logano.
I want to take Cody's bad pick. I think Ty Dillon actually.
I'm also going to kind of take a layup here. I said if I go all the way to Talladega last year and this guy wins, I'm going to kill myself. And he won, but I'm still living. Give me Austin Cindric.
You tried to. You did hit the tree, so you tried to.
Oh God.
Who is going to win DCD?
Dylan, I have Damon's pick for Cup.
Oh, okay, Damon,
He's
go ahead.
picking Cindric.
He's picking
Yeah,
Cindric.
Damon's picking Cindric. Yep.
Okay. Oh, that doesn't affect me. I will have what's in quotation marks when this happens. Alex Bowman's going to win Talladega.
I love it.
That's hilarious. It's gonna be a Jones Boys sweep weekend. Eric Jones is gonna win the Cup race.
Jeez.
Wow. I think this person needs a huge momentum boost, and I think Kyle Busch gets back in victory lane at Talladega.
Yes. Thank you. He's actually, I was about to-
I completely disagree with Dylan's suck pick. I think the man, the myth, the legend, Ross Chastain finds victory lane.
I like
That's
it.
actually who I had on here.
I like it.
I like it.
All right, I do got to dip out though, guys.
right.
Good
All right.
episode.
Yeah, see ya. Have fun.
Yep.
Don't die.
All right. For my pick, we're going to get flashbacks of a certain driver in the 09. Flipping a 99. Brad Keselowski is going to win this race.
He would.
Can I
break the
have
tie.
nothing? Can I have nothing?
Why is that all your picks?
I was actually going to take Jones first. Then I was like, okay, well, Brad K. And this guy was pretty fast there in the playoff race last year. I think he ran out of fuel though. Give me Josh the Boss Berry.
Okay. Good pick.
I actually like that pick.
Me too.
I'm really excited for this weekend for the picks, not the race. I'm going, but well,
I should
hopefully
have been there with you, man.
I hope it's going to be a good race. Like I do. I hope it's going to be fine.
I think every race in person is so much better. Like last year's,
Even if it sucks, it's kind of
last year's
hold on.
April Talladega was god awful, and I thought it was the coolest thing in my life.
I
Yeah.
will say, the 2017, or was it 2018? I remember when the 4 Stewart-Haas guys drove away from the pack. That was the worst Dega race I've ever been to in my life.
That was the most boring day I've ever had in my life.
I
Man, you
literally,
should have went the year before, bro.
I don't remember what happened.
I mean, Brad K won, but it was Junior's final race.
Yeah, I don't remember, bro. It was so bad. We also sat in terrible seats. Like that was the first time I ever sat underneath, like the tri-oval, kind of like you know how there's 2 levels. I sat underneath, and that was weird. I didn't like that. I usually like sitting on the front stretch. So, sorry, the flag stand is what I was talking about. But-
We were at the flag stand, were we not?
No, we were underneath. I promise.
Huh.
I remember every lap. It was like
Do you? I think you were blocked by a flag post.
what? Are you gonna send anything off, DA? Do you got a ball
Yes.
ready?
Yes. What is on the line for
Oh,
today?
he has already.
Bro,
Kyle
you're
Busch won.
gonna make me have 10 points today. Or
Kyle
this
Busch
Sunday.
won.
Kyle
Busch is getting the dub. I have
But if
some
you-
faith, dude. I do.
Come
DA,
on. Let's
here's
get
the
it.
problem. If you
What?
miss DA, he flips.
If you miss, Cody breaks his other fibula.
Oh my god.
Oh, really?
The-
Oh, come on.
dude. That was such a brick
It's
up,
Jover.
dude.
It was a pretty.
It's Jover.
It was a
That-
pretty miss though.
All right, DLC after Kyle Busch looks pretty.
Yeah.
A pretty miss. That means he's going to
Hey,
be leading on the
hey,
white flag lap.
White what?
I'm
Calm
sorry.
down.
White flag. I'm not Daniel Dye. Give me the promotion.
Brother.
It's over.
All right,
It's not going
end
yet.
it.
I want to say one more thing. I want to say one more thing about Kyle Busch. If he wins, dude, I just want to be clear. He is coming out of that car. Okay, wait, pause. He's getting out of the car, and he is straight up gonna be like, This is what happens when you have good engineers. I swear to God, he's gonna be the craziest Kyle Busch we have ever seen. And I'm excited. I that would be awesome.
If
Just
he
because-
wins, I'm going to drink a lot of bourbon tonight. We're waking up naked on the bathroom floor.
God damn it! I was
Alex
getting ready to say
Bowman.
that if Bowman won. God damn! You stole it. You
I
stole
want
it. You
one more Kyle
When he
Busch
said
battle.
again, I was like, "This is normal. Like, what is he doing?"
I
Anyways,
mean, you finished in every position besides first. Yeah.
anyways, I don't know what we're talking about finishing positions, but we're gonna end the podcast there. Thanks so much. And don't forget to tell your girlfriend.